what's next for you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another pick a card reading. We're looking at what's next for you and if there's anything specific you can be doing right now according to spirit, according to your guides. And it's because we're kind of in this in-between space right now where a lot of cycles have run its course, done what it's supposed to do, completed in your life. You've graduated with flying colors and you feel something big is about to happen next in your life. And you might not know quite exactly what that is because that's how intuition works. You get the next steps, but you don't really know what the full picture is because it's usually better than you could imagine. Whereas with ego and your more logical, reasonable side, you kind of see the full picture and kind of work backwards, kind of seeing all the steps to get to that very specific goal. This is kind of following your intuition, following your heart, following your inner guidance. And if you're at this point in your life where you've been following your heart, your spirit, your intuition, you know something big is happening. Something big is happening for lightworkers, starseeds, for beautiful awakened souls everywhere. So this is a kind of a tribute to you guys. And by the way, I kind of lost my voice a little bit because I came back from a trip from helping a friend, and then I got sick afterwards. I haven't been sick for like 12 years, but that's the sign of the times, you know? You're clearing everything out, all the sinuses, any headaches that you have, very vivid dreams. Your diet might be changing, and your voice might be even actually slightly changing just because you're ready to bring out all that you've been working on silently behind the scenes to express out into the world, to create out into the world. You're bringing your soul mission, your destiny, your purpose out into the physical world. All right, beautiful soul, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile one with a magician card. Let's look at what's next for you, and is there anything Spirit feels like you can do right now at this time in your life? Okay, so what's next? That at least your intuition and your guides will let you know. It's at least what's next. Okay, 2 of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Okay, so I am getting something, like, because this came out in reverse, that you have already been guided into this energy. So you probably have been already working with others. Maybe this is a temporary group or a temporary partnership where you got the kind of feel for what it's like to kind of work with other people again, whether it's spiritual, emotional, mental, or actual physical for your job, career, work, or just kind of working on a project around the home, or that you're interested in your hobby. There is an energy of you have already been working with others. It might have been more than one group, so more than one partnership, more than one group of people that you've been kind of working on temporarily while you got your energies ready and used to working with others. So that is the energy I'm getting it for you, pile one. It's that you've already been kind of in this energy of working with others. You already put in the hard work. You already have your energy, your creative juices flowing, I'm hearing. So you're ready to kind of step into the world, ready to create, ready to work with others. You know that you're kind of set up for this position, this role, this kind of I'm getting this, you're kind of prepared for this type of role. Whatever you're going to be playing in next, you've been kind of prepped to take on that kind of role. It's going to be more serious, and it's going to be more responsibility and more and bigger than these temporary roles you would kind of in, but you are prepared. And the Prince of Winter. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden and unexpected changes. Yeah, so you're going to be kind of thrown into this role. So don't be shocked if you kind of, if you know, for example, if you apply for a new role, or if you get kind of suggested a new job, a new role position at work, that you kind of quickly become a leader in that group, a manager, or a higher up position. If you rise through the ranks, or you're given a higher position or more responsibility sooner rather than later. Hanged Man, yeah. So it's kind of like, for a long time you've been waiting to kind of, you're like, when am I going to be able to use everything that I've learned so far, everything that I worked so hard for behind the scenes, quietly by myself? And I'm hearing the time is now. You're going to see that you've been prepared for this role. You've been prepared for this position for a very long time. You've been, wow, the Emperor, yeah. Very quickly recognized. You're very quickly recognized as a leadership potential, someone who is clearly someone who can lead, who knows how to take over this team, or that has a vision, that has a methodology, someone who is clearly ready for this type of role, who can take on more than they initially seemed they could, or more than like what you were brought on for, what your resume said, what you said in your interview. Like, it's clear that you can step into a higher position or higher rank, or with more responsibility, given more responsibility right off the bat, because you just have what it takes. You're clearly ready for it. So I do say, like, you're going to be stepping into a role very quickly. Okay, is there anything specific that Spirit is saying that you can be doing right now? A change in the wind, and came out in reverse like the Two of Spring did. So, like, it's kind of already happening for you. You kind of already probably felt recently. You probably even looked at, like, some of the people in your life and been like, wow, I was just given the opportunity to work with this person, or to collaborate, or to brainstorm, or to, bring this cycle to an end with this person. Like, you can see how you were already collaborating with other people, and how the universe was probably preparing you for whatever is next. So you could already kind of see it in yourself. The Star card in reverse, yeah. You're already on your path for your highest and best destiny. And you're probably someone who always kind of said, for my highest and best good, my highest and best timeline, my highest and best power, after, setting intentions for things, because you knew that was what you were intended for in this lifetime. And you knew you'd never know exactly how it looked until you got there, because it was bigger and better than you could have imagined. And you just kept putting one foot in front of the other, trusting your intuition, trusting your guides. And here it is, pile one. The Hangman in reverse twice. Wow. No more waiting for you, pile one. You're here, the Emperor. You're getting the call to be a service to yourself, to be a service to your true authentic self, your divine purpose, to the light. Here it is. Anything you can specifically do at this time. 8 of Swords, which in this deck is diplomacy and evasion, and 5 of Wands. So diplomacy, evasion, and 5 of Wands here is unforeseen obstacles. So I do see that there might be something on your path here. I do get people who don't understand chaos and conflict. Okay. So I do get a sense of there might be people who don't understand how you might have gotten this role so quickly, or is it internally or externally? Internally? No. Internally, people love you. People are at this company, or in this group, or this neighborhood, this whatever kind of place that you're taking up this role, they already love you. They already understand that you have so much to give, so much to offer, and that you're well suited for this position. You could rise the ranks and no one will blink an eye. No one will question it, because they clearly see very great potential in you, and that you have the stuff, You're made of the stuff that's like, that can do these kinds of things, that has a vision, that has ideas, that can practically lay out the plan and lead people and make moves. But I do see that externally there might be some people who do not understand. Ace of Cups, why you got this opportunity. There's not internally, not people who are part of this group or in relation to this group. For example, if you work at a company, like another company is not going to look and be like, how did this person get the job? They know. They can see it. It's very clear to them why you got this position, how you probably got this position. People around you in your group, or even in different departments or whatever, if this is like a neighborhood, people even in the neighboring towns can clearly see why you got the position that you did. If it's a friend group, like, people who know of your friends or know of you know why you were let into this group, why you became such a group favorite right off the bat, why people love you, why people like hanging out with you, why people tend to go along with your plans. People understand if they're related to this group or in this group. They get it. People outside of this group, people who may have known you in your past, who know you now, who are not part of this group, old friends, family members, whatever, old co-workers, old bosses, old neighbors, they don't understand how you got this opportunity. And it's not by accident. Of course, you worked really hard. Of course, it's your time. The universe recognizes it. People who are on your vibe, on your frequency recognize it, but people who aren't may not recognize it. So Spirit here is just saying, Judgment in reverse, like, they can't cast judgment on you because they don't know, they haven't been where you are. They haven't done as much as you have on your life path. And no judging them either. You know where they are, but they can't see where you are because they haven't walked that path yet. Discord among family or friends. Career, yeah, they might not understand like how you got to that position very quickly, or why you were offered that opportunity. Like, they should have been offered it, or like they work really hard. Like, they don't see what you've done, And we got March, so we got time frame. I'm recording this on March 1st. I purposely waited to record this on March 1st. If you're, I'm going to put this out today, so I purposely waited to put this, recorded in this new energy. Celebration, fun, enjoyment, and ladder climbing towards success, and last, dealings with the dark woman. So I do feel like a lot of people are entering their dark feminine energy as they kind of come to terms with their spirituality, as they come to terms with what's going on out there. You are just kind of meant to stay in your own lane, keep focused on your life, which is really hard to do because you are a beautiful soul who probably has helped a lot of people with their life as you uncovered your own connection to your own authentic self, to source energy, to your own soul mission, your own purpose in life. You have really brightened your light and have lightened a lot of other people along the way. People are kind of coming to terms with their own spirituality, and at first it's not going to be so pretty. And so you might get some attacks. Pile 1, you can't be attacked because you're on your life purpose and your authentic energy. But people are going to try to cast their shadow, I'm hearing, on your light, and now what's manifesting because you work so hard on your light. It's finally coming to fruition. It's coming into the physical for you, Pile 1. And so people won't understand your position, how you got that position, that opportunity, how you rise through the ranks. And that's why you're not supposed to tell everyone, Pile 1. And it's going to be hard because sometimes you're not going to even try to tell people because you understand an assignment. You're supposed to focus on yourself, keep the vibes high. Really, you've already released people from the past, but people are going to be able to tell because your frequency is going to give it away sometimes. Maybe it's a public office. Maybe it's people are going to be talking about it. It's going to get out there somehow. Maybe it's on social media. Maybe it's not hard for people to Google you. It's not gonna be hard for people to kind of feel it. Maybe the money that's going to be coming in, the way that you're going to be dressing, the way that you're going to be speaking, the way that you're going to be taking calls. It's your voice is going to change. Even if it's just the way that you speak. So people are going to be able to tell, even if you try not to tell people. So you've been warned, pile one. It's not even like a warning. It's more kind of a celebration. Congratulations to pile one on this new position that is coming in for you. We got March, so it's probably coming in sooner rather than later, whatever month that you're watching this in. So I hope this has been really helpful. I hope you enjoy this reading. And please leave a comment if it has resonated with you, to know that they are like-soul individuals out there in the same space. There's fewer of us than they are of them, but we are here and we are arriving. So pile one, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile two with the World card. We're looking at what's next for you, and then is there anything specific that Spirit feels like you can be doing right now? Okay, so right off the bat, we have the King of Summer, a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice comes from the heart and getting involved in cultural or creative endeavor. All right, so let's see what specifically 4, 6, 1. Okay, so there's a romantic partner that's coming in for you or has already come in for you. Interesting. Let's see. And the Princess of Spring. Okay. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Okay, so I definitely feel that there is a romantic partner that is coming in that is going to bring you into a new kind of lifestyle. A new kind of lifestyle. So this might be maybe they're from a different culture. Maybe you're going to be kind of living with them or their family or their neighborhood or where they grew up or their country, or kind of in their type of lifestyle for a while. Or it could be collaborative. It could be something that the two of you kind of decide to start a new type of living situation. Maybe it's something that you both have been thinking about for a while. Maybe a more of a nomadic life. Maybe one or both of you have been thinking about the van life for a while. You're like, hey, if there's a time to do it, it's now. Maybe both of you want to live in a different country. And when you both first meet, you're like, why not now? So there's something about that kind of thing. So is this something coming in, or is this something already kind of in your life? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, Spirit keeps saying you've already been collaboratively working with this partner, even if it's energetically. For some of this person, some of you, maybe this is someone you've been kind of talking to someone at a distance, and you're gonna meet very soon. So if this is someone new, someone you've been talking to online at a distance, maybe someone you just met, maybe someone you just met in the comment section, someone that you just kind of met in a forum, or in a new special interest, or some creator or leader that you kind of like listening to. It's someone new. It's something new. So if it's a common, for example, if you met you just both started liking the same author, or liking the same scientist or something like that, and you guys started following, started listening to podcasts with the same person, you bump into each other at the same comment section or something. Or maybe this is an online group or online class, and you guys just started this class, or you guys just met. But whatever it is, this is a new interest or a new group or new project or something that you both just got into. If one of you is, for example, has a career that is mostly online business or something, maybe one or both of you has an online business, you guys are meeting in that way. but it's new. It's like you both just found each other, and therefore it's interesting that you guys will be seeing each other pretty soon, meeting up with each other in the physical pretty soon, even though you guys have just met. Of course, use your intuition, follow your instincts, be safe. But I am getting that both of you hit it off, or figure out that you guys are going to the same event or something like that, or always have the same dream of going to a specific country or checking out a specific event in a specific area. And so you guys are deciding to meet up sooner rather than later. Yeah, and there's something about like you guys kind of hit it off really quickly. Obviously, you guys get into a relationship really quickly, or decide you want to pursue this connection, so you find ways to be around each other more. So like maybe they decide to move closer to you, or you decide to move closer to them. And that's where I get this kind of like cultural change. You both kind of adopt the culture of where you guys move or where you guys want to go. Maybe you both want to go stay in that area where you go to that conference, and you're like, hey, this is a really great area to kind of let our business flourish. Why not stick around, network a little bit? This is a really good event. Seems promising. I might stick around for an extra weekend or something like that. You really adopt the culture of wherever you guys meet or decide to go next. And it's kind of a way for you guys to kind of stick around and get to know each other a little bit more, because I do sense that you both want to enter a relationship sooner rather than later. Okay, so let's see what can you be doing right now? What does Spirit feel like you can be doing right now? Between worlds, yeah. So it's kind of like once you kind of enter in this new connection and you go to this new like lifestyle or new location, I feel like you immediately know like this is something you're gonna be adopting. This is something you're gonna be moving into sooner rather than later. So you start to make plans for that. Like, how am I gonna take this? Like, how am I gonna make this move? What do I need to get ready? For some of you, it's not immediate. Like, it might be something that like you're like, okay, this is something I know I'm going to be moving here. Maybe I'm going to take a few months to get myself together. For others of you, you want to make an immediate move, but you might have like, stuff going back at home. You need to make arrangements for your work. You need to make arrangements for your living situation, selling your place or finishing off your lease or whatever it is, So that's the kind of energy. I do feel like things are moving quickly, but there is some stuff that you need to wrap up, and those things are going to take a few months maybe. Wow, the Tower and the Page of Swords. Okay, so in this deck, the Page of Swords here is beware of trickery, but it's in reverse. So I do feel like it seems like, objectively looking at this reading, you're kind of like, wow, I don't want to be caught up in something that I regret. I don't want to make moves too quickly. But sometimes when it hits right, you just know in life. Like in life, sometimes when you're at a crossroads, you just know what direction you're supposed to go in. You just know you're being called that way and it feels right. And you feel absolutely certain about something. And it's called your gut instinct. You feel like it's right. And even if it's something that doesn't go right or exactly how you planned or messes up at once, like you're supposed to have that experience. But I don't feel like you're feeling like things will not go the way that you're expecting. Like I feel like you absolutely know like this is the path you're supposed to go. It feels right, everything is aligned, and things are actually unraveling the way that you feel like it should. But with the Tower here, where's the Tower here? All right, devastating events. So devastating events, and then the Page of Swords in reverse. Beware of trickery. So I do feel like there's energy I'm getting of like, yeah, 4 of Water. I feel like back home, like things are kind of becoming dilapidated quickly, I'm hearing. So I think you might be kind of nervous because, and light workers, this is your sign. Like, things might start to crumble at home in your in your hometown or where you used to live, like pretty quickly, and you might feel very guilty for leaving your neighbors, your friends, or family in a world that seems like it's going downhill very fast. But you are doing the best you can for everyone in your life, because I know beautiful light workers, you're very emotional, you're very sensitive. It's hard for you to kind of let go of people because you always feel like you need to help people. But moving into this beautiful new life while watching the old one crumble, and maybe see your old neighbors or your old people, your coworkers, or your old family friends, and some of your family members kind of have to suffer the consequences of that world crumbling. It's not for you to kind of look back and be like, I should be there helping them with everything. No, you moving forward is going to help them in the future. So just look at it that way. This person coming in and you getting all this love and all this new awesome energy in this new world, I feel like you're going to be like, I need to help the people in the past. I need to bring them along with me. No, right now, pile 2, you need to focus on you and yours, okay? You and this person, you and this new world, just that. Page of Air, Page of Swords. Yeah, I am getting this kind of energy of you just need to focus on the new, and you need to focus on your soulmate. There we go. This Page of Swords. Clarify. The Fool card, yeah. There's this energy of you manifest what you focus on, right? So like right now, you just need to focus on your partner and then all the new ideas that you come up, because you guys are collaborating on this new lifestyle. You guys are really, really forming. Like, this is a really, really pivotal time for your connection. It might not seem like it because it seems very, very new, and it might seem like you guys have all the time in the world, and you guys do, but like right now is a very pivotal time in your connection where what you guys set up for the foundation of how you guys speak to each other, how you guys communicate, how you guys collaborate on ideas, how you guys, you're brainstorming on what this new life is going to look like. And it might seem like you have all the time in the world, and over months and over years, you'll solidify like your actual new lifestyle, but it's not. It's actually right now is where everything is going to kind of bloom from. So right now is actually very, very important for you and your partner to get it right. No pressure, like you'll get it right. But it's kind of like this brainstorming session, how you guys collaborate now, and the kind of general lifestyle that you kind of form now is going to be kind of the basis of how, the jumping off point of how your near future plans are going to go. So no pressure, pile 2, but just saying, like, it's so, so important that you focus on the communication, how you got your ideas, collaborating on your lifestyle choices, and how life could look for not just the two of you, but how life could look for you in general, how you guys are setting the precedence for how people will live in the future. So this is a really important time to kind of just focus on your ideas. I mean, you guys have months and you guys have time to kind of make these ideas concrete, but it's like you can't be thinking about your past. You can't be thinking about, you have to you're going to be thinking about how to close out things in your past very quickly, because you're going to be wanting to focus on just the new, your new ideas, your new love, your new partnership, the new way you speak to each other, the new way that you collaborate, the new ways that you have in setting up your life, and how practically you go by your day-to-day stuff, like your routines. And this is the time to put in the template, the blueprint for how your future partnership, how your future friendships, how your future living situation will go like. It's that vital. It's that important, pile 2. All right, so I hope I was able to kind of give you a really, really good heads up, pile 2. I hope this resonates. If it did, I really appreciate a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3. with the Sun card. We're going to be looking at what's next for you, and is there anything specific that you've been doing according to your guides, according to Spirit. Okay, so let's see what is next for you. Six of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Traveling or relocating. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. Okay, so I feel like you have the burden of taking care of a lot of people, a lot of responsibilities that affect a lot of people, and I feel like you're unburdening yourself from all these types of connections. I feel like you're someone who naturally becomes a leader, naturally becomes a caregiver, a caretaker, a planner, someone who kind of fixes things, plans things for the family, for your friend group, for any group that you accidentally join or walk across, because they naturally give the responsibility to you because you're so good at it. It's so natural. It's such a natural state for you to kind of be able to see the group and attend to all needs or for the greater good. And you want to be able to help people. You like to be needed. You feel natural in a leadership position. And so you naturally take on so many people's woes and so many people's problems and issues, and you try to help everyone. And so Spirit is saying, like, we're unhooking you from all these people, not because you weren't doing a great job, not because you weren't changing lives, pile 3, which you have been doing. It's because you take on so much. And right now you're in a place where you will continue helping people, but instead of helping just individuals, you're going to be helping bigger groups of people. And in order to do that, unfortunately, you have to unhook from some of these individuals or smaller groups in order to help more people in bigger groups and the collective. And I'm just telling you that in that way because in the future, yeah, you will take on helping people individually again at some point. But right now, you need to focus on leveling up. And in order to do that, I feel like Spirit is going to physically move you away from people who've been latching onto you. Sometimes you don't even try to help, like, want to help people. You kind of want space to yourself, but people just latch themselves onto you because you are that energy. Pile 3, you're such a beautiful energy. You're a sun. People know that you have such a light that just being around you, just knowing you, they're going to get something good from you. They're going to get something good from your energies. You help people just by being in their life, just by existing, just by being in the same room. But if you talk to them, and now if you're even helping them, giving them a favor, even helping them plan something, figure something out, you are massively improving that person's life because you are a light worker. So you might not know it, pile 3, but you have a ton of people latched onto you. Even if you've been unhooking for a long time, even though if you've been setting boundaries, you have more people hooked onto your energy than you know, pile 3. So you're going to be guided by the universe through your intuition, your spirit guides. I'm hearing like the whole team is behind you now, pile 3. You have your ancestors, you have your spirit guides, spirit team, you have benevolent, divine higher beings, you have, of angels and ascended masters. You have a whole crowd of great people, great energies that are benevolent and warm, loving, and divine, here to help you, support you at this time, because I'm hearing the great unhooking. I don't know what that means, but I'm getting that, like, you're going to get all your energy back. Anything that people have taken without your permission, anything that negative energies have taken without your permission, anything that you're attached to that you have no idea about, I'm getting that this is because as a collective, we decided to take our energy back. And I'm getting it's going to be like, boom, it's going to hit you. Like, you're going to be like, wow, like, I can't believe I had this much energy that I could have been using for other things, but it's been slowly being siphoned from you, unfortunately, pile 3, by negative energies, but also by, I'm getting not so much the negative energies. You've been slowly getting that energy back. You've been probably feeling it I'm hearing the past year or two. You've been probably getting a lot of energy back. You're probably feeling more energized in the morning, more able to go after your goals and your dreams. But I am also getting like specifically even people who have well intentions, who might not know that they're harming you, or not like they might not be harming you, but they might be exhausting you or pulling on your energies, and they didn't know. Even those energies are coming back. So you're great unhooking, I'm hearing. So you're going to be really, really unhooked, and all these beautiful divine beings on the other side are here to help you and support you during this process. King of Earth, I'm hearing Master Manifestor. So you're meant to kind of set up really big systems and structures in this next chapter, in this next cycle. Wow, 9 of Earth. Are you kidding me? So the King of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. You're ready, pile 3. So in order to manifest these big structures, these big systems, you need all your energy back, and you need to put it towards this manifestation, because they're big things. You're manifesting big things for the collective or bigger groups. So that's why this is coming back. Spirit is giving you a huge heads up. Is there anything that you should be doing right now? Okay. Okay, I'm going to take all 4 of these cards. Time to go. When Spirit says it's time to go, you need to go. I mean, listen to your own intuition, and only if this message resonates and it's kind of aligned to what you've been already feeling. When it's time to go, when you get the call, pile 3, you got to go, because you're going to be traveling or relocating. I'm getting both. So you might be, so you're going to be relocating to another place. I'm getting you might have 2 or 3 home bases. So you might have 2 or 3 properties or locations that you kind of stay at that are under your name specifically. Yeah, your name specifically. So 2 or 3 locations that are under your name specifically. So you might have different apartments or flats or small properties in different parts of the country or different parts of the world. And then you also will be traveling a lot the next 4 or 5 years, I'm hearing. More, 7, 8. You're probably going to be traveling for quite a bit for a long time in order to do this kind of work. I'm hearing the grid work is now becoming physical. So you're going to be going to other light workers' places. You might be traveling alone sometimes. You might be traveling with fellow journeymen, fellow light workers, or sometimes small groups or big groups. It depends. But I am getting that you are going to be traveling and you're going to be relocating. So you're going to have a few home bases. Don't worry. You're going to have places where you stay for like 3, 4, 6 months at a time. Sometimes you just travel for a week or 2. Don't worry, you're not going to be like traveling nonstop, but I do feel like you're gonna, it's part of the job. You're going to be traveling, you know. Oh, this isn't the card that I want to. Flexible. Okay, they're asking you to be flexible. Travel lightly. So I do feel like you're going to have kind of like a go pack. I'm getting this kind of wardrobe. Do you know how like Steve Jobs kind of had like the same kind of turtleneck and pants, kind of same kind of outfit? So he didn't have to think too much about his outfit, but it looked streamlined and like it was his signature look. I'm getting some, like you're going to be doing things like that. You're going to have like a signature look that's going to streamline your wardrobes. And so the same brand of toothbrush and toothpaste that's ready to go in each of your luggages. That's going to be, and one is going to be in your car, in all your cars, one in each place that you live in. It's just going to be ready to go at all times. Like you're just going to have that like kind of like efficiency set up, because you're going to be, I'm hearing like you're going to be called a lot. But it's kind of like, it's not like a rush kind of thing. It's just kind of like your expertise are so important that people are going to have like classes or like lectures or something like that. And you're going to be a keynote speaker, or you're going to be someone who you have the information to pass on, or you know how the system works, or you know how the structure works. You're a key player, I'm hearing pile 3. So you're going to be kind of asked to train a lot of other people, or to teach a lot of other people, or hold seminars and classes. So you're kind of like a big go-to person, pile 3, and you kind of know that. But I'm hearing you were made for this. I'm getting like you're going to have a couple of assistants that are going to like set up your clothes in every like hotel that you go to, like everything's already set up kind of thing. Someone is already going to have your planner, so like you can like just kind of move things around. Like you don't have to be the one who memorizes all these like addresses and locations and has to call the Uber. Like you'll have a couple of assistants, I'm hearing. At the very least, you'll have a small team. Wow. Okay. And these are the other 3 cards that popped up. Come to the edge, here and now, and no place like home. You're going to be calling very interesting places your home, Pile 3. You're going to be so blown away at some of the places you're going to be so lucky to call home. I'm getting this like underwater like place that you can live. Some extreme climate, some extreme places in the world. You're going to be like able to kind of stay in like very unique places. That's interesting. Why? Because other people don't have the stomach to do it yet. King of Cups and the King of Earth. You are a grid worker. Oh. I'm like, oh, you're bringing like things into the physical. You're bringing like systems and structures into the physical. But you're also still OG light gritter. You're a light worker who like they're one of those people that like you help set up the light grid around this matrix, around this realm. Oh. That's why you can pull it into the physical. That's why you're bringing in these big manifestations for the collective, these physical structures and systems. But you're so good at being a light grid worker that you're still the OG person who can bring in the vortexes, that can bring in the light, the pillars of light, and anchor them into this world, this realm. So you're still going to these extreme places. Wow. You're still able to go to, you're going to be able to go to places where there are like less population, like less people living there, or like no people living there. That's what I'm saying. Like really like cool places that people rarely go to. Wow, you have such an adventurous life ahead of you, Pile 3. Really, really cool. Okay, is there anything that you should be doing specifically at this time before I wrap up your reading? Ace of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in this deck. Unexpected help, and 7 of Pentacles is gained through efforts. Okay. Okay, so I am getting that, like, if people decide they want to help you, like, let them. Like, they're getting something out of it, too. They're learning from you. They're learning how to be a better light gritter, a better manifester. They get to go on these cool adventures with you to these extreme places that not a lot of people go to. They're learning from the best. So, like, if people want to help you, let them, because they get something out of it, too. Family wishes come true. Efforts, excitement, and mountain. You are on the road to success. Okay. So I'm getting that also, like, in the future, you'll be able to bring along people that you want to bring along. Maybe you'll have family members who you get to take on to work with you temporarily just to kind of see the world. They get to, through knowing you, be able to see these, like, maybe extreme places that people don't usually get to go to. I'm getting, like, close to volcanoes and caves and caverns and, you know, Antarctica, these extreme places that you get to set up comfortably. You're going to be challenging humanity to be able to set up temporary, even long-term ecosystems and homes in these, like, extreme places, because you're a light gritter. You're going to places that people don't usually go. That is extreme. That is wild. Wow, Pile 3. It's exciting. It's a very, like, Indiana Jones type of life, Pile 3. This is so cool. because you're the sun. So anywhere you go, anything you do, like, it's gonna bring good luck. It's gonna bring divine energies into it, which is why you have this huge entourage behind you, divine entourage, who are like working through you. There's so many different beautiful divine energies and entities that are working through you because you have this kind of life path. Okay, and so 7, gain through efforts. Yeah, let people work with you. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people unhooking from your life right now that the spirit is helping you unhook from, but that's because there's gonna be you're the sun, pile 3. Like, people are gonna, like, instead of hooking to you, you can kind of like have them bubble around you. Like, so they're not directly leeching off of you, but they're there's like a synergy. Like, they're able to give as much as they take. So, like, before, people were just like leeching off your energies, and now people can like give as much as they take. So that's why spirit's like, let people help you. And they're getting more than you know from helping you. So, like, let them be a part of it. You can take on as many people, groups, and team members as you like. Go on and off with having a team and not having a team. Okay, one last card, because like, this is a very unique reading. Temptation. I'm just getting that there's like this energy of messenger of water. Yeah, it's alluring. It's like when you have something that everyone wants, it's kind of addicting, or kind of, it's a high, right? So you're gonna have to manage that well. That's gonna be kind of your life lesson, is like, when you're the sun and everyone wants a piece of you, you know, and you want to give up, you want to be in everyone's life and do everything for everyone, like, you're gonna have to learn how to, like, how many people you can have on your team, how many people you can have, how many people, you know, you're gonna be able to figure it out. You're gonna be able to master it. Like, help people as you go on your journey. Take people along for the ride. Take people along for this project or that task, but, you know, be able to go off on your own for a bit, or just bring 1 or 2 people. Like, you know, you're gonna find the art of how many people you can keep in your circle at a time, and things like that. That's your arc, pile 3. Beautiful, beautiful, adventurous life. Very happy for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like, a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4 with the Justice card. We're looking at what's next for you, and then is there anything specific that spirit or your higher guidance would like you to know that you could be doing right now. Okay, so what's next? Okay, right away with that life experience. Oh, wow. Okay. New card there. Just like the Tower card here. Let go of systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So pile 4, I'm getting this energy of like, things haven't felt right. Like, I feel like you've been kind of bamboozled, or you feel bamboozled, because it's just like, every time you do the right thing, even if it's a harder thing, even though you take the path least taken, but you know it was true in your heart, and like, every time you stepped up into the right thing, they felt like you got nothing in return, or things got worse. So I'm getting this kind of energy of like, you were just kind of waiting for all the good stuff you did to kind of pay off, for the good karma to come back, and it just like never did. And Spirit is saying now, wow, 2 of Winter, indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and emotional. Now I feel like there is an opportunity right in front of you for your grabbing, for your choosing. Ace of Waters. It seems like the perfect opportunity. Why aren't you taking it? Page of Fire. Yeah, I'm trying to get from Spirit here. Like, what's Oh, I'm getting, you might be afraid that it's going to be the same thing again. Same thing again. A period of ill health or depression. So you might have been going through a little bit of not a dry spell, but kind of maybe a dry spell, but also a period of where things just kept getting worse and worse. Like you might have felt like, finally, this is my time, and then something bad happens. Like, finally, I'm done with this energy, and then you get tested. Like, finally, I'm ready to move on, and then, like, a similar type of relationship with a person repeats in your life. Like, it just feels like, God dang, when are you going to be able to not have to repeat a lesson or have not be tested or not have something bad happen in your life. I do feel like pile 4, you just got like, it just feels like you've been kind of a string of bad luck, and you just kind of getting hit, even with your health suffering for it. You kind of having to pick yourself up every single time. It's getting depressive. It's like there's so many times you can be so positive all the time. Yeah, look, picking yourself back up and being like, I got this, I can do it. There's so many times you can do that until you kind of, you get jaded, you get jaded for life. And so at this point, like Spirit's like, here, we got something good for you. And you're like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Spirit. Universe, you've been kind of and I do feel like people are talking about you, and like, or you feel like people are talking about you. It's like, oh, they're gonna be saying this about me, or like, oh, they're looking at me this way or that way. So if you're getting these energies, if you feel like you're getting kind of hit with some bad juju right now, if you feel like there's flies or bugs around you, or like just kind of pests are surrounding you, if you're feeling like you've gotten sick recently, or you feel like you have a bout of depression that came out of nowhere, if you feel like people are looking down at you when you're walking down the street, or people are judging you and stuff like that, or people are talking ill about you, like, just know something is coming for you. So pile 4, you've been through the ringer. I do feel like you had like a string of bad luck, but you're so positive and optimistic, and you've been through so many hard times and got yourself through so many traumas and healing and stuff that you don't even notice it anymore. Or you notice it, but like it doesn't, like, it just rolls off your back, because you're like, yep, just another car problem. Yep, just another person who is yelling at me, or who did me dirty, and I have to let go of them and release them as a friend or whatever. Yep, just another month where I didn't make enough for the bills, or like, yep, just another thing going wrong at work, or yep, just another family situation, trying to take my life off the rails. Like, like it kind of feels like that. Like, you're just like, yep. Like, at this point, you just kind of expect things to just kind of, you're like, one day, this will all be in the past. Like, you're just kind of took the punches. Took the punches as they came. Money path. You've been promised money from your spirit guides, from the universe, and they keep telling you every day, every week, every month, every year, this is going to be the year, this is going to be the month, this is going to be the week, this is going to be the day where you get that promotion, where you get that windfall of money. You heard that tarot card reader say that your grandma's saying that they're setting you up for money. Like, go for that. Get a lottery ticket today. You're very lucky. You're gonna, like, all these like signs and synchronicities telling you that money is on its way. It's waiting for you to find it. Goal-oriented person. Okay. So what does Spirit want you to do? Because they're like, they just seem to kind of be acknowledging all the hardships you've been going through. Round and round and round. You got to break the cycle. All that glitters. Happy, and co-create. Okay. So I'm getting that you're going to be kind of changing the way that you interact with the divine. You're going to be definitely breaking the cycle. You're going to be definitely breaking the cycle. Okay, what does that mean? Death, yeah. Death in this deck is drastic changes. So yeah, so we have the Tower here, the two of Swords, and the Death card, all saying that like something is right here. A decision is right here. A life-changing decision is right in front of you right now. A life-changing decision is right here in front of you, pile 4. Yeah, the Death card. Drastic changes. Oh, I got it. 2 of Wands. Got it. Okay. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of this manifestation technique. Yeah, be careful what you ask for. This is like a way that you can timeline jump. And if you have ever seen that movie, what is it called? Everything Everywhere at Once, where they have to do ridiculous, crazy things that they would never do in real life. That timeline jumps you. I forget who this creator is, but there's someone on TikTok who mentioned, like, if you do something bizarre, like take all your clothes and put them on backwards right now, and then walk around your place backwards. You'll timeline jump, because something so crazy and ridiculous that you never would have done normally, that it automatically timeline jumps you into a different timeline. I'm going to be careful what you ask for. Is there a way you can control what kind of timeline you jump into? Yes. And you're going to be on that money timeline. Ace of Wands. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Water. So Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. What are we missing? The Ace of Pentacles, Wands, Cups is Swords. Your thoughts. Okay, I'm hearing that you need to bring in all elements. Okay, 6 of Wands. Your guys are like really excited that you're listening to this tarot reading. And like even the way that I started this pile 4, like people would probably click off of it. The first 5 minutes I was just talking about how miserable your life has been recently and continues to be. So like that would have a lot of people click off. But if you're the true few that are sticking around to the end of this reading, this is why. Because this is gold here. This information. All right, so this is like a manifestation technique for you. Specifically goal-oriented. Okay. Someone working behind your back. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay. I do get that there are too many people, pile 4, unfortunately, that don't want the best for you right now in your life. And so no matter how much you move forward in life, how much you gain, how much success you have, how much you follow your heart, I'm getting that your spirit guides are saying there's too many people who didn't want you to win and who wish ill of you, that there needs to be like a complete reset. Yeah, I feel like because you constantly didn't want to kind of step on people's toes, and you kind of want to make sure that people didn't leave your life in a bad way. But like, it doesn't matter if you try to let go of people in a nice way or let go of people in a harsh way. You have too many enemies, and it's because your light is too bright from the day you were born, pile 4. Okay, let's get real here. Okay, you are a born light. You were meant to have a lot of light, and so you were attacked from day 1, pile 4. I'm so sorry to say that. Let's get real here. Okay, so you were attacked from day 1 since you were born, and you're such a positive light and such a divine light, so powerful, that your good luck shone through. You were very protected and you had good luck on your side. You might have a very what's called a good Jupiter placement in your chart, and you were also very well protected. You probably had a lot of, not a lot, but like a decent amount, like a few at least, near-death experiences where you're kind of like, whoa, like how did I escape that from the skin of my teeth kind of thing. And you probably were also very, very protected. You probably were a good target or mark for things, but you always got away with things. You never, you're probably someone that could have been easily kidnapped or stolen from or attacked, beat up, but like you never were. So you were extremely protected and you have extreme good luck on your side. But even so, because you had so much light from birth, you were constantly attacked, and most of it was diverted because you're so protected. But you probably, like, your spirit team was focusing on the big ones, so you probably had like a lot of little ones, and they kind of drew on your energies. They definitely affected your destiny here. You probably knew you were supposed to be meant for a lot of, like, because you have such a kind heart, like even if you made a lot of money, even if you had a lot of fame, and I know Power 4 you right now you don't, like Power 4, if this is how you know this is you, because you are destined for a lot of fame, you were destined for a lot of money, you were destined to help a lot of people, and it was stolen from you. A lot of people have wished you ill. A lot of people have tried to push, by thinking negatively of you, push and try to bend your destiny to something lower than it is. People try to destiny swap with you. Good luck if they try to do that. You probably had a lot of trouble with family and romantic relationships, yeah, but specifically friends. You probably had a lot of friends who deserted you, betrayed you, backstabbed you, or kind of just drifted away from you. If they were good friends, they probably like left your life early. So it was really, really, really tough for you to even have friends. So that's how you know, like, your destiny was really messed with. And that's because you're a really, really bright soul. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Power 4. I'm going to tell you the truth because I'm being guided to. And it's because you are a very, very bright soul. You've been protected. You've been kind of hidden. So you hear about those gate kids or whatever. Those were the ones that were picked because they weren't as strong as you. They weren't as powerful. Your bloodline was hidden. Your blood type was hidden. Your true ancestral nature, your true star seed ancestry was hidden from you and the people around you. Your energies, your frequency was scrambled. You purposely probably got into smoking and drinking and stuff like that because it scrambled your frequency, and it confused not only people around you, like people might be confused by you all the time, like who are you? They find you mysterious. They can't really pinpoint you. But it wasn't just to scramble your energies and frequency for people around you, but it was also to scramble and confuse energies that are negative, dark, dark beings, to not see you, to be confused by you if they could. That is your legacy, your destiny, Power 4. So if you feel like your destiny was completely co-opted, it was meant to be by design, because you are a light worker. You are sent here to do God's work. But coverted, you were kind of done. It was done under a lot, like layers and layers and layers and layers of protection and frequency scrambling. So you might have been always confused yourself. You probably always felt like, what's my path? What's your purpose here? And you are a jack of all trades. So you are put in. You are purposely not given any like specific destiny or project at first, because you are meant to be hidden underneath the radar. The dark entities and energies are not meant to find you. That's why you were kind of hidden for a very long time. A lot of people attacked you, but they couldn't attack, the bigger energies couldn't attack you. Your destiny couldn't have been swayed because you're super protected and super good luck. So imagine when you become unveiled and all this energy is recalled and you have that super light, super powerful, super connected, and have the power of super good luck. You're going to be able to manifest like crazy. And so, they can't catch you, I'm hearing. They can't catch you anymore. Are you going to be timeline swapping a lot, or Two of Swords, Two of Swords? Something's keeping you. There's something that makes you think that you can't. Queen of Swords, there we go. The swords we're missing. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. But we have the Queen of Swords. You just have to make the decision and then do it. There's something, I'm getting a fear that if you change timelines, that everything will be different for you. Will you become kind of a lone, solo time traveler, never making connections with anyone, never having a home base? Is what I'm hearing. High Priestess. Okay, this is going to be kind of freaky, pile 4, but I'm going to kind of explain this in the way that I know, because I don't even understand it. But they're saying that you're going to connect to energies in a much different way. So, like, where you have a home, you will have a home in all these timelines. And it will feel familiar to you because the frequency is the same. Even if the paint color is different in a different timeline, even if, like, the refrigerator is in a different spot, even if it's in a different neighborhood or a different country completely, your home will always have that frequency. And the people in your life, they will always have the same frequency. So they will be the same, even if they look different in this timeline or that timeline. You will be able to hone in on and lock into the frequency of your home, of the people in your life, like your car, like everything like in your life will have that frequency that you know is yours and resonates completely with your frequency. So you'll be able to have, like, you'll have this like tester, like you're very, very powerful, and you're able to kind of, you're gonna have this ability come online where you're gonna be able to, like, sense in some way. I don't know if you can see it or hear it or whatever, but you're gonna be able to sense frequency of things. And so you're gonna be able to see what is yours and what is not, no matter what timeline you're on. Oh my gosh, what am I going into? Okay, you know what? I am a channel of God, so here we go. What is it supposed to tell you? Ace of Autumn. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project. A change in your career. So how do you do this? What do you do? What are you supposed to do? The Hermit in reverse and the King of Wands. So the Hermit in this deck. Advice, assistance from others. The Hermit in reverse. I do feel like you're not going to be doing this alone, so don't be scared. I'm hearing there's like a group of people who do this, so you're going to be joining that group. We're doing the Hermit. Quiet is needed. And the Elder, old lady of the Elder. So I'm getting this. There has been groups of people who've been able to do this for a very long time. They stay hidden, for obvious reasons, but they're able to manipulate reality. They're able to timeline jump, and you're going to be joining some of these groups. There's like an elder or elders that kind of handle all that. So they're just letting you know because this is a very special and rare group. Okay, and the King of Wands. The King of Wands here is unexpected good news. So like, yeah, I'm getting like, don't worry, you're not gonna have to do this alone or figure it out on your own. You're gonna meet this group. Is there anything you have to do in order to kind of allow this to happen? Justice. Wow, just like no, you just kind of have to let it happen. You're just gonna have to kind of let it happen. Let what happen. feeling tied down or frustrated, because I feel like, yeah, this goal-oriented person, like I feel like any goal that you pick, you weren't able to succeed in. Like you might be able to succeed in a little bit, or, you know, because you're so like naturally talented and powerful, like you can succeed in everything, and you probably know that. But for some reason, you weren't able to. Okay, door opportunity is waiting for you. How will this opportunity come about for you? You will be shown the way. So like when this comes up in your life, you just kind of let it follow it. A situation leads to significant opportunities, a life-changing event. This is a mind-boggling one, Pile 4, but a good advice from a wise person. I'm trying to get, like, is there anything else you need to know? 3 of Swords. There's some sort of heartache, and I think it's because you have to leave behind the life that you know. Sorry, Pile 4, that's very dramatic, but literally, you're literally leaving this reality or this realm. It's this is a very tough destiny. You got the Devil reaching out their arms to you, and the Sun. It's very confusing because I'm hearing the stories you've heard about this group or people like this have been all negative, but you know, that's what they do. They distort the truth. They take a bit of the truth and then like completely flip it and then put it out in movies and books and stuff like that. So you're confused on who the good guys are in the esoteric or spiritual realms, and who the bad guys are. So like you're gonna have to use this discernment power. You're gonna be like, oh my god, this is scary. This seems like I've been taught my whole life to not do this, or that these were the bad guys. And so you're gonna have a moment like that, Pile 4. That is all I'm gonna say, because this is very hush hush, private, secret, like need to know basis, need to know clearance only, and Pile 4, your need to know. And that's what you needed to know. All right, so you know, I'm doing my job here, put it out there. Hope this reading was helpful. Leave a like or a comment if this resonates. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever hear from you again, Pile 4, but like, good luck and Godspeed. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 5 with the Temperance card. We're looking at what's next for you, and then if there's anything that you can be doing right now according to Spirit and your spirit guides. Okay, so let's look into what's next for you. All right, 7 of Summer. We have no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. Okay, so I do feel like you know, when it rains, it pours. Like you have a bunch of good stuff come in at once. A bunch of good opportunities. It feels like it's just like all falls on your lap at once. A ton of good directions. If you're looking for a place to move to, you maybe get like 7 good places and you're like, wow, I just needed 1 and now this is harder. If you wanted a new job, maybe you get 5 different offers, 5 different places, 1 from your current place too. And you're like, wow, like I just needed, you know, a couple of good job offers, and like now I have too many options. I don't know what option to pick. If you're dating and you're looking for a new partner, you're like, hey, you know, like, you know, you go on a date and you find one person, and you're like, yeah, they're awesome. I can see myself with that person. You see a second person and like, yeah, like I can see myself with that person too. And then like 9 other people, you know, right at your doorstep, they're all perfect and you can see yourself with. You're like, oh wow, like what is this? Like I barely ever go on a date, and now I have like all these people that are potentials or whatever like that. You know, just a bunch of things, like a bunch of options that open up for you for things that you wanted, and it's just like overwhelming because they're all good choices. And 5 of Autumn, reaching out to others for assistance, poor timing for career change, feeling challenged by money issues, and that came out in reverse. So I do feel like it's a positive time for career change, and you know it. You're feeling like money is finally not an issue, and it's kind of like, when you're asked that question, like if you can do anything in your life right now and money wasn't an issue, what would you do? I feel like all those options come in, and you're like, wow, for the first time in your life, like people, connections, relationships aren't an issue in your life. Money isn't an issue. Scheduling isn't an issue. You're open. Your schedule is free. You have time to do what you want to do. And then a bunch of things that you want to do pop up. Different jobs, different careers, good career opportunities. Like if you always want to check out a different career, but you're like, I don't want to start from the bottom. You get like a mid-tier or high-tier level position in a different career. Like, wow, like that's awesome. Okay, I would love to try that out in my life. You want to kind of travel, and then like a friend and a family member have like a place open for the season. Like, hey, you can like stay with me, or hey, I have this summer home that's like just open if you want to stay there for a while. Like, I don't know what to pick. Do I go here or do I go there? Like, I feel like you're overwhelmed by the amount of good options that pop up for you, because money isn't an issue. Time isn't an issue. Health isn't an issue. People in your life aren't an issue. Responsibilities aren't an issue in your life anymore. And once that becomes you unburden yourself from all those things, guess what pops into your life? All these things that you've always wanted to do. And so many of them at once is because for such a long time you have been depriving yourself of all these awesome life experiences. And now that like you've opened up your energies and opened yourself up to the universe, like all these things that you do want to do are coming in all at once because they've been waiting for you. Pile 5, they've been waiting for you. Okay, so how does this look for you? 2 of Air, it's gonna be hard to make a decision. But like once you make a decision, I feel like you kind of lock in. So I get it. Like I feel like you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna make like 5 career changes in my life, but I could probably see myself doing 1 or 2 at this point in your life, maybe 1. And so whatever you choose, you probably will be doing for a long time. So I feel like why there's kind of like analysis paralysis here for you, Pile 5, where it's just kind of like you're overwhelmed because all these decisions are good, but you kind of had to pick. You're gonna have to pick one to experience fully. Like you can't go out with 9 people at once. I mean, you can, but like, all these potential partners look great. Like you're gonna have to pick one in order to kind of really flesh out that wish and that life and that experience. You can't just like not pick one and like hold yourself back from that experience. So I feel like you have to eventually pick an option. And I do feel like it's in more than one area of your life that you have good options, like a bunch of good options pop in at once. But you're thinking realistically, like, yeah, I probably will stick to one thing, or I probably will only be able to do a few of these hobbies or something like that. And so you want to pick wisely. But once you do, it's locked in and it's golden. Okay, so is there anything about it being concrete? Yeah, I do feel like, because all these things, like, you have to start from the beginning, right? Like, you have to get some experience. You have to get to know the people. You have to get to know the career. You have to get to know the area. Like, you need to kind of, like, spend time and to kind of build it up to the life experience it can be, that has the potential for. So, like, once you pick it, you're all in. But, like, I think you take a second to figure out that decision. So what can you do right now? What can you do? Is anything you can do? Spirit is saying right now. Imagine. So Spirit is saying this is a great time to kind of take time to visualize and imagine your life in detail. Like, maybe spend like not just a minute, but like 15, 20, 30 minutes like sitting into each of these realities, because it's going to be so worth it. You can kind of, and because you're so intuitive already, Pile 5, like, you'll be able to kind of almost accurately kind of see the timeline in all its detail, you know, like if you pick this person, or if you pick this, if you choose to live here, if you choose this career, you're going to be able to quickly, like, you're going to be able to very almost basically accurately be like, oh yeah, I'll probably have an experience like this, and then this, and then this. Like, you'll probably be able to kind of generally see the timeline, even though there'll be like little surprising events here and there. Like, you'll definitely get like you'll get the gist of the kind of experience you're signing up for, is what I'm getting. And breathe. But it came out in reverse. I'm getting from Spirit, like, don't take this lightly. You know, like, yeah, take your time to really, really think about this. And don't sleep on it. Don't be like, oh, this is a decision I'll wait for tomorrow. You have these opportunities today. And the longer you don't make a decision, the longer you keep yourself from that amazing experience. So, yeah, take your time picking these things. Really look into it. But put effort and energy into it. Put the hours in right now. Clock it in. Because the sooner you make the decisions, the sooner you can start living that life. And there's a tendency for you, Pile 4, to kind of be an analysis paralysis, where you kind of hold off on making that decision for too long, where you really miss out on some good stuff in that timeline. Okay. Is there anything else specifically that you can be doing? 5 of Swords, which in this deck is betrayal. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is opportunities. Okay. Opportunities that betray you. What does that mean? The Emperor. Okay. Betrayal, opportunities. 3 of Pentacles. Betrayal, opportunities, and the Emperor. 5 of Wands. There we go. I feel like you're mad at the options. Because you're like... It's one of those moments where you're kind of like, I want to do it all. But you can't fit everything into that one lifetime. I mean, you maybe can, but... Like, I feel like you're mad at the choices. Like, I feel like you're mad at God for giving you all these beautiful choices and that you had to pick. But that was your kind of lesson in life. Like, you're kind of like, I feel like you might have missed out on some things in life because you just didn't want to make a decision. But the thing is, I'm hearing that you mastered it. You mastered making decisions when you have to. And so you're mad at God for being like, I stepped into the plate when I had to make tough decisions. I did it. And now, for the rest of my life, for the career, for the person I'm partnering up with, for the place I live for a while, or whatever I do for a long time, you're forcing me to make decisions again. Like, why, God, why? Like, didn't I prove myself enough? I don't know. I think this pile, like, has always been like kind of an issue, because like, you want it all. You don't understand why you couldn't have it all. That you had to pick and choose. Like, you get, I mean, logically you understand that you can't do all of these things in one lifetime. You have to pick and choose your experience, but it's like this energy of like, you don't want to feel like FOMO. You don't want to feel like you pick a decision, you pick a life path, and like thinking, what if and should I have chosen that or done this? You don't want to. You are terrified that you're gonna think that for the rest of your life. Karma, you have reaped what you have sown. Forest, muddled and unclear thinking. And Bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. I think this has kind of been your challenge was, and it's going to continue, is like, get back to the basics. Yeah, is choosing your life. I feel like it's been such a burden to be like, I have so much free reign over your life. And I feel like people are so jealous of you all the time because they're like, oh, you can do anything. You're so good at everything. Like, you can do whatever you wanted. Like, oh, you came up with this kind of background, like you have so many opportunities, or you know, you really look good, your personality is so good, you're so smart, like you could do anything. And like I don't think people see how like crippling that is for you. Um like you wish you were the kind of person that when you were younger you knew exactly what you wanted to be and who you wanted, what you wanted to do, and what kind of life you wanted. And I feel like you were given too many decisions and too many choices and options that it was kind of like crippling for you. And so I feel like with the going back to the basics, I'm feeling like Spirit is kind of advising you, pile 5, 10 of Wands, to unburden yourself. Heavy burden. How to unburden yourself. 10 of Pentacles. In reverse. Nature soothes. I'm hearing like let nature help you. Back to basics. Nature has all the answers. Nature literally has all the answers. And I feel like because you're very analytical, I feel like you're in your head a lot. You must be very intelligent, pile 5. And so this is the best way for people who are like more masculine or physically minded. You know, you're physically oriented. You need to see the numbers. You need to have the facts. You need to have the data. Or you need to know what the best decision absolutely would be before you make the decision. You need to have the facts. You need to do the math. You know, the math has to be mathing here. And like, you need to know, you need to feel so concrete in your decision before making it. That I feel like for you, pile 5, your spirit guides and Spirit is definitely saying that all the answers are in nature. For you, for going on big, long walks, taking a swim in the lake or in the pool, or doing like a sound bath, or just like a forest bath. I don't know what they call it. Like taking long walks in the woods, looking at leaves, looking at different patterns is going to click things for you in your brain, pile 5. It's going to put together patterns you may have never seen. You can talk to the trees, you can talk to the plants, you can talk to the animals and see if you get something like that. You can talk to the nature spirits, see if they can help you, the elementals. You can also try different things with the elements, you know, just watering the plants, gardening, like just touching things, the floor of the woods or the tree or the water, like just touching things in nature. Listening to your favorite music without lyrics or with lyrics in nature, and let nature guide you, because I feel like it's like you're kind of meant to kind of listen to your nature, and like maybe all these options are resonant for you, but your logical and your logical brain and the physics of this realm doesn't allow you, the limits of time, the time constrictions in this realm doesn't allow you to do all these other things. So maybe you want to get in touch with yourself and be like, hey, are there some things in my past life that I did? Maybe you don't want to, if you did it in a past life, you might not want to do it in this lifetime because you already did it. Or because you did it in a past lifetime, you might be more masterful at it. Maybe you might be resonant with all these things, but there's something that calls out to you a little bit more because it resonates with you more, or you just prefer something. You're like, hey, I'm really good at this, and I can make a lot of money, and like it can really teach me a lot, but for some reason I just want to do this other thing. So it helps you kind of really get in touch with yourself. And Judgment in reverse. In this deck, Judgment is time of positive change. I do feel like you're going to be spending so much time in nature, pile 5, for the rest of your life. It's just how you make a decision. Even if you have, you know, if you end up being, like, if you need to, like, hire someone, fire someone, if you need to train someone, if you need to work out a problem, issue in your current relationship, if in your current home situation, like, nature is going to be your solution for everything, pile 5. Pile 5, like, nature loves you. It's like, oh, there's this quote where it's just like speaking to plants is like the easiest easiest and closest way you can speak to the divine, or the fastest way you can speak to the divine or something. So like talk to nature, tell them your problems, tell them your emotions, give them gratitude, give them thanks for helping you out or changing your mind. You are going to be a very nature-oriented person, Pile 5. Okay, last cards here. Poised. In reverse. I feel like you want so much order that what actually helps you the most is a little bit of chaos. There's enough chaos and order in nature. It's a great balance of the two. So that's why you like it so much. But yeah, you crave a lot of order. You crave a lot of understanding. You're a very curious mind. You're very, very smart. That's probably why. Very intelligent. And so you need answers, and you crave to know the best solution before making them and stuff. And sometimes you don't need to. You can just let it go. You know, oh my God, this one thing I heard. I spent 7-8 years on my healing cycle, right? And I've mastered it to the point where I can teach others now. And a lot of you have done the same, right? We're going to be those people for our friends and family, neighbors, and whatever we do for our careers next. But I am so absolutely analytical. I had to go into detail for each of my traumas and my past lives and every connection that I had in my life ever, and every aspect of myself, physical, spiritual, emotional, to know that at the end of it, there's this depression ritual, I think from a Native American tribe, where all you gotta do is there's more to it, but basically the concept is you think of that grief or whatever you're depressed about, and you take a leaf, or you take a lot of leaves, and you let it gently roll down the river, gently roll away from you in the water, and that will take that depression away from you, or that negative energy and emotion. You don't even need to attack it, analyze it to death, over talk about it so much, because that's why I don't really wary about therapists, because sometimes it helps to talk about things, and I'm a very analytical person, so even though I knew I didn't have to attack all of these issues I've had consciously, I could just be aware that things that no longer serve me can be released just by saying that, or wanting that. I'm very analytical, so I needed to know everything, because I'm the kind of person that for example, as an engineer, you have to learn how to do everything by hand before you use a computer that can do the mathematical formula for you. It's good to be able to know how to do everything by hand. So for me to be able to do that healing process analytically was really, really helpful. But you don't have to. And for most people, they're not going to have to. But you, Pile 5, are someone who needs that analytical process. You need to be able to explain it with your words. You need to be able to see it. You need to be able to have a diagram of it if possible. You need to know certain facts before making a decision. Even if it's so much work and you're I don't want to do it, you're but this affects the rest of my life. It's really important. I'm going to make sure I do it the best I can. That kind of person is super detail oriented. And so that's why nature is going to really help, because nature is very detailed, and there is a lot of order in nature, but this also works as such a balance of chaos as well. So you crave a lot of order, but that's why you need a lot of chaos. And I think you need organized chaos sometimes, because you need it to come on your own time, and life doesn't always work that way. But I feel you can with nature. You can sometimes plan to go for that walk, or be caught in the rain, or allow yourself to be swept up in whatever nature brings to you, because it's a physical element of chaos and order that's divine in your life that you can see and interact with every day. You can choose how much you interact with it or not. So in that way, you can have organized chaos. You can bring in chaos when you need it, when you want it, and when it can help you. All right, Pile 5. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. If it did, I really appreciate a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 6 with the Tower card. We're looking at what's next for you, and then is there anything specific that Spirit feels like you can be doing right now? What your spirit guides feel like you can be doing now? Okay, so what's next? 9 of Summer. Wow. Okay, and then 6 of Summer. Wow. Okay. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. So I do feel like you're entering a period of time where things just feel like they're all falling into place. Things are just going well for you. Things are just miraculously happening. And it's just like you're meant to just sit back, kick back, and relax and enjoy it. 6 of Summer. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they actually occurred. Okay, so I am getting this type of energy of like anyone that you've released in your life is coming back in a new form. So I do feel like if you've released a lot of old friends, you're going to get a lot of new friends that are coming in the form of people who resonate with you, people who feel like you grew up with, even though you just met. This also goes for coworkers. If you had coworkers that you left, but you're kind of like I liked working with them, they're good people, you're going to meet people who are like that times 10. Like they're going to be so on point. They're going to be helping you level up. You help them level up. Like you're going to be so in sync, and you're going to be collaborating on bigger projects, bigger tasks, and more interesting and important work that you're going to be doing next. Even with family, if you have a lot of family members or connections that you put up boundaries with or released or kind of decide to kind of step away from for a little while or step away from a little bit so it's not so much at the forefront of your life, you're going to see a lot of soul family come into your life. And I'm hearing the ding, 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 soul family coming into your life, pile 6, in such a huge way. You're going to have so much fun. It's going to feel like you're like kids again because you're just going to be with the right kind of people. You're going to be with your vibe tribe, and you're going to feel like all of you are going to feel like you're kids again because you're going to have so much fun. So I do feel like there's a period of time, a honeymoon period, with these folks, for lack of a better term, where it feels like light workers on vacation, where you feel like you're just having fun in life, getting to know all these people that are the same as you, same vibe as you, might have different interests or similar interests, but like all of you are on the same page, and it's just like so much fun. It's like kind of like when you get, it's kind of like this college feel when you enter college and you have all these people who are your same age, and like you find a bunch of people who have similar interest in you and like doing the same things, and you kind of feel like you've known them for your whole life. Is that type of feeling where you kind of feel kind of childlike and you have more fun, you feel like having more fun. And Spirit wants you to have fun because they want you to have good connections with these people. They want you to start the connections off with these people in a strong way. And to do that is to have fun with them, to collaborate on ideas, to spend a lot of time with them. And this is the way that they're making you do that. Okay, so Messenger of Air, the Knight of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles. So we have 6 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. So we do have a lot of reunion type energies. I do feel like these are new people who are taking over old roles in your life. So if you have a sibling that you kind of grown at a distance from, you're probably going to bring back someone who is like a sibling type of energy. If you have parental figures or grandparental figures, mentor type energies that you kind of stepped away from, you're going to be probably bringing in that type of energy. Co-workers, neighbors, friends, like all these type of energies that you have released are now coming in this new way. And I know for a fact, if you're watching this reading and you're listening to this pile, you have completely released a ton of people, and you knew that you were not that energy was not wasted, all that time and energy and effort. That love is not gonna disappear, but there's gonna be people who come in to fill those roles and fill that energy for you in a new and improved way, in the way that you've evolved and upgraded your energies as well. So is there anything specific you can be doing right now according to your guides from Spirit? Truth be told, I'm getting like, have the courage to speak your truth, be authentic, Be like, open up your throat chakra. This is the group you can do it with. You can be creative, you can be funny, you can be goofy, you can be completely yourself. This is a group you can do it with. It's going to be hard at first because you're kind of a little bit like, like, oh, I'm not totally cool showing completely my personalities or all my interests or kind of who I truly am with people, because you probably have boundaries and had a huge guard up from your 3D life, pile 6. But this is stepping into a whole different type of energy with a whole different type of people. Thinker. I do feel like you're in with that like-minded crowd where you are going to be able to brainstorm with people. I feel like you're going to be so surprised how people are going to be taking your ideas and thoughts, even simple ones, and kind of growing them with you. And you're like, wow, I never really sat with someone with my ideas like this, or with for example, if you have a dream, like, well, I never had someone like help me analyze my dream in this depth, or with this kind of perspective, or with this type of knowledge base. It's going to be like a whole new type of experience. Or if you have a business idea you've always wanted to kind of tinker around with, or just an invention, or an idea for a story, or ideas about like lifestyles, or something that you wanted to do in your life, a project that you always wanted to take on, that kind of thing. These are the people to do it. The Hanged Man in reverse. And the Hanged Man in this deck is suspension of movement in reverse. So this is the time to go. You're being kind of encouraged to play with these people. Go and play. I'm hearing. Okay. And then all these cards came out in reverse. So that means like things are going to happen pretty quickly as when these people enter your life. And they're probably going to enter your life pretty soon as well, if they haven't already started entering. Hearing this month. Okay, so 8 of Cups and 4 of Cups. So in this deck, the 8 of Cups, interesting that we have a lot of same suits. I think the Summer is Cups in this deck. So a lot of Cups energy, a lot of water energy, a lot of happiness, a lot of good, free-flowing, positive emotions. 8 of Cups here is cut your losses, and 4 of Cups is emotionally withdrawn. So it came out reverse, so I feel like you already have cut your losses. So if there's anyone in your past, and this is emotional connections, people you're friends with, people that matter to you, people who had roles in your life, that you've already cut your losses because it came out reverse. And you already kind of withdrew your energy. You took your energy back. Pile 6, you're like, these people don't resonate with me anymore. Maybe you don't have to cut them off completely. Some of you may felt like that was necessary for certain connections in your life. Or maybe temporarily cut them off. Or kind of step away for a while. Or kind of let them know that like you're taking time for yourself. Whatever you kind of did, you are pulling back your energies from people who don't resonate for you. And you clearly know it. And I'm getting this from a lot of people, or a lot of people who are significant in your life. And that's why these roles are being replaced, because you did it intentionally. And knowing that this was like the right move for you. Let's see. 7 of Fire. 7 of Wands. So I feel like you fought for it. And that's why Spirit is bringing this in for you, because you said, no more. I'm not going to have people in my life who no longer serve me, or who kind of serve me, but not really anymore. You made the tough call. A lot of people can't do that process. A lot of people have a hard time cutting out people in their life. And they tend to hold on to people for their entire life that they no longer resonate with, that they outgrew, and it keeps them small. It holds them back. It keeps them from growing. Maybe a lot, maybe a little, but it keeps them back. It keeps them held back. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to have friends and connections from when you were for a long time, especially if it resonates and they're growing with you. But most people, let's face it, if you're a light worker, if you're a starseed, if you're a spiritual warrior, if you're a spiritual teacher, like you definitely have moved forward from that, knowingly, willingly, even though it's very, very tough to do. It doesn't matter how hard, like how far along your journey you get. Cutting people off is still hard no matter what, even if you get better at ripping off the Band-Aid. 7 of Swords, so 7 and the 7. So you're going the right direction. 8 of Pentacles. And you're going to know these are the right people because you can see yourself working with them. Not just physically on projects, which you probably can, but in day-to-day life. Are these the people you're going to be borrowing sugar from if you need to? If you need someone to babysit or pet sit, if you need someone to kind of put your resume out there, or put the feelers out there for a new job for you. And people you could potentially see yourself working with in a career or job capacity, or even, but what I'm seeing mostly because with the moon and a lot of cup energy, is this someone that you can go to if you have something troubling going in your life? If someone significant in your life passes away, can you go to these people? If you have something absolutely wonderful happen to you, can you go to these people and they'll be actually happy for you? Is this the kind of people that if you need a spark of inspiration, they can come, you can go to them? Are these the kind of people that, like, when you are stuck in a rut and you just need someone to kind of shake up the energies and kind of, get you to dress up and go out for the night because they know that's exactly what you need, they do that for you. But then also if you need your space and they know that you just kind of need time to kind of lick your wounds or do your healing, that they don't bother you, or they don't ask you to take on that extra responsibility. These are the people you're going to see come into your life. And most importantly, how you're going to recognize these folks, Two of Earth, is that they're going to want to talk about literally every little decision, every little thought that you have, every little thing. Oh, yeah, like for lunch, we're thinking about going to this buffet. Oh, I want to try these. Oh, why did you pick what you picked on your plate? Oh, because I went to this country and I really like this food and this reminded me of it. Or today I'm kind of having this type of a hormone day for me, so I'm going to be hormone feasting, whatever. Or like, I'm going to be working out later today, so, or like, I've been trying to get more creative in the kitchen, and so I wanted some inspiration, so I decided to go more Mediterranean today. Whatever it is, like, people are going to be asking you so many questions. Like, you're a star, and they want to know everything about you. And that also, they're so interested in your thought process and how you come to a decision, because it's so interesting and fascinating to them, the way that you think, the way that your perspective of life, and how much you know. They just want to soak up your wisdom and soak up your knowledge, and they genuinely care for you and genuinely want to know how you're doing and how you're feeling. When they ask you how are you feeling, they genuinely care. They genuinely want to know. They're not going to be awkward. They're not going to be like, if you bring up an emotion they don't know how to speak about or makes them feel uncomfortable, they're not going to just shut up or walk away or change the subject. They're going to be able to know how to reciprocate. They're going to be able to have a normal conversation without like trauma dumping, and for hours on end, just simple, genuine, good conversation. And I think I'm describing this to you in such great detail, politics, is because I feel like you haven't had this in a long time or ever. So I'm like letting you know what it's going to be like. It might have been something you imagined. You kind of probably could figure it out. But like, to paint this picture for you has been my honor, because kind of I'm hearing from spirit like, yeah, politics, they've been given a lot of soulmate energies that no longer resonate with them. And that's the hardest to leave, because you feel a soul tie to almost everyone that comes into your life, or at least the main roles in your life. And so it was really incredibly hard for you to kind of wrap that cycle with a lot of people in your life. Okay, so lastly, Queen of Wands here. Anything Spirit wants you to know or want you to do. Happy social events. They want you to enjoy this time. They really want you to enjoy it. Not have anything on the agenda. Don't worry about money or health or this or that. I mean, of course, use your intuition and do what you need to do, but they want you to focus on having fun, because they want you to build connections with these people, because these are the people who are going to literally launch everything else for you. Page of Earth. So we have a lot of earth energy as well as water energy. So they really want you to ground in these connections and the type of connections, the type of conversations. They want you to kind of get used to this type of thought process, this type of conversation. That is the most important thing. To be able to talk to people like this, to be able to think out loud like this, to be able to get your creative juices going, and to be able to have fun and to just focus on connection and connection with each other, connection with yourself, connection with God. Like this is what this time is for, Spirit is saying. So they really, really encourage you to have fun, because what seems like fun on the surface is you practicing how to speak this way, how to open up your mind and keep your mind open this way, not to be guarded up, to be collaborative with others, and to set a new precedence for thinking, feeling, channeling. High Priestess, yep, channeling, yep. Trusting your intuition. Because before, I feel like you were too careful with what you thought, what you did, your actions you took in front of other people or in your life, and how you thought and how you spoke to others. And like, you need to be, those chains that I'm hearing needs to be broken. Yeah, these chains that were on you, on your thought process and how you speak and how you channel, needs to be broken. And these people are going to be able to help you. And that's gonna completely radically change your life, and how you come at work and how you come at life and how you come at connections. It's going to completely change it. So that's why the Spirit wants you to focus on having fun. All right, Palisades, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light.